Hey guys, welcome to Natural Aesthetics. This video features 3 different training days from last week, as well as a little bit of cooking. Here I am blitzing up some de-skinned chicken thighs, along with coriander, chive and spring onions. I also add mango, ginger and garlic to the mixture, which gives it a nice sweet flavour, which is quite nice compared to beef burgers, which are typically salty. So it's a nice alternative. I then add an egg to make things a little bit easier when you form the patties, just to bind the mixture up a little bit, and then fry them off for a couple of minutes aside. Make sure the chicken is cooked in the centre of the patties. I then add some red onion to some baps, along with some low-fat mayo and some hot sauce, and enjoy. You can use chicken breast for this recipe for a leaner alternative. However, chicken thigh does taste nicer. Just make sure you de-skin it beforehand. Okay, so the next few clips you're going to be watching are of me completing day 7 of Smolov, which was last Thursday. 162.5 kilos for 7 sets of 5, I believe. Brutal session. It's to be expected, really. I mean, week 2 now. None of the reps felt easy. My hip flexors and lower back are very, very tight and have been for quite a few days now. And no matter how much I try and loosen them off in between sessions, I can't quite loosen them up enough, and my form starts to deteriorate rep by rep, set by set during each session. It's not ideal, but on this type of program, it's something you have to deal with and just grind through. Form isn't optimal, but you've got to get the reps done. I'm finding myself going down quite nicely, keeping a nice tight lower back, upper back, opening up my knees, sitting in between that gap, but then as I come up, my knees come inwards, and I lose that tightness in my back straight away. Form isn't going to be perfect on a program like this, where you're squatting so much, so frequently. You just got to do the best that you can do. Smolov day 8, 10 sets of 3 at 172.5 kilos. Again, another difficult session. This was the day after day 7. You have to do the last 2 days back to back. So obviously the session is going to be difficult. Common sense is going to tell you that. Session lasted well over an hour. I was squatting for well over an hour, taking good amounts of rest in between each set. Well over 4-5 minutes for each set. As towards the end of the session, the sets became really difficult. I think midway through the session, actually, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, towards the end, the last 3-4 sets were absolutely killer. Every rep was a grinder. This is the last set here. First rep here was terrible. I don't set myself off to a good start. Second rep was much better, more weight on my heels. I managed to keep my chest a little bit more upright, and then ready for the grinder here, number 3, 30th rep of the day, and it's a slow one. And as you can see here, I'm tilting my head backwards, which I don't want to be doing. I shouldn't be doing that. I should be looking forwards. I need to be pulling my chest and sort of entire upper torso up at the bottom rather than my head. It's causing my back to become a little bit weaker because of that. It's something that I need to work hard to eliminate, but will prove very, very difficult to eliminate on Smolov. I think it's something I have to address after this. I don't ever recall doing it, really, certainly not to this extent, before starting this Smolov cycle. So I think it's just a side effect of the extreme volume, extreme tightness in certain areas causing it. Okay, Smolov day 9, 147.5 kilos for 4 sets of 9. This wasn't too bad. Again, the first session of the week is generally the easiest one, and it's funny how a lot of people actually think the first session is the hardest. So I think it depends on your style of training that you've done previous to this. After I was ill a few months ago, I did a fair amount of high rep work. I was doing maybe a couple of sets a week, maybe once a week of 10 plus reps with reasonable weight. So I think that set me up quite well for at least the first day of Smolov. I'm struggling more on the heavier weights at the moment, the 10 sets of 3, the 7 sets of 5. Okay, day 10 will be uploaded very shortly, just rendering it now. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more.